Okay, greetings one and all, and welcome to day number 2. Yes, day number 2. This has to be week 8, fall 2024 by Journey Together, and it's definitely a delight to have each and every one of you here for this evening's classes. So let's begin. My name is Mr. Petit. Today is definitely, what today is? Monday? Tuesday.
October 22nd.
Tuesday, the 22nd of October, 2024.
2024.
The subject is, of course, mathematics. And the topic is, we're going to be looking at, this is geometry part 4. And we're going to be looking at all right, so we're going to be looking at our second geometry rule. So our first geometry rule yesterday was geometry rule number 1. Says that angles. Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, I want you to unmute on my please.
Oh, okay. Let me unmute. Okay, some people mic is not unmuted. Let me unmute your mic.
Good afternoon, Mr. Petit.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Freddie, make sure. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Where's Dwayne? Dwayne Henry, are you there?
Good afternoon.
Yes,
Mr.
Dwayne.
Petit,
Good afternoon.
Yes.
we have a class in midterm break.
Yes, we do. We do have classes over the midterm break for those people who have midterm break.
Good afternoon, Mr. Petit.
Good afternoon.
What's a midterm break?
Mr. Petit,
Yes, ma'am.
we have Samaya up in class right now because she doesn't have her device, so she's with me right now.
Okay, no problem. Thank you. All right. Dwayne, where's Dwayne? Dwayne, can you hear me?
Oh, yes, sir.
Remember, class is from 6 to 9, not from 6 to 8. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
So don't go running off like how you did yesterday and then you end up getting row. All right, so the rule that we did yesterday, anyone can remember? That was the first geometry rule. What does it say? What is the angles in a what?
Inside
In a triangle out of what?
Out of the 180 degrees.
I wasn't here yesterday.
Add up to what?
180
Add up
degrees.
to 180 degrees. So we said that if we have angles in a triangle, that's geometry rule number 1. Angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees. The second one that we're going to be doing today is geometry rule number 2. So write this down for me, please. Geometry rule number 2. And it says that angles on a straight line, anyone could finish it for me?
Equals 180 degrees.
Angles on a straight line.
60 degrees.
Angles on a straight line.
Adds up to 180 degrees.
Add up to 180, 60, what y'all think?
90.
90 degrees?
360.
360? Okay.
Thank you, Mr.
180 degrees.
Okay, so,
90 degrees.
all right, let me unlock the chat so y'all could be able to respond. What do you think it's supposed to be? This is gonna be, y'all could chat with, yeah. All right, you should be able to answer in the chat. What you think? Angles on a straight line at a common point add up to what? Add up to blank. What you think it's supposed to be? Is it 180, 360, 60, 90? What is it? Angles on a straight line at a common point add up to what? Okay. Angles on a straight line at a common point add up to what? All right. What did y'all put in the chat? What y'all put?
180.
360.
360. I see 90. I see 180. I see, what did I see in this chat? 30. Did I see 30? I think that's 30. Yeah, I think I see 30. But what is it? Angles on a straight line at a common point add up to what?
180.
180. Very good. Angles on a straight line at a common point. Let me change the color. Angles on a straight line at a common point add up to 180 degrees. That's the second rule. Angles on a straight line at a common point add up to 180 degrees. Where is Caleb? Can you hear me, Caleb?
Yes, sir.
Angles on a straight line at a common point add up to what?
180 degrees.
180 degrees. And Canaan, angles on a straight line at a common point add up to what? Canaan, angles on a straight line at a common point add up to what?
What'd you say, then?
Angles on a straight line at a common point add up to what?
The angles are up to 180 degrees.
Add up to 180 degrees. Very good. Very good. So it has to be on a straight line at a common point and add up to 180 degrees. Okay, so let's apply that rule. Where is Dwayne? Dwayne, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Angles on a straight line at a common point add up to what?
180 degrees.
Very good. And Alora Green, can you hear me? Where's Alora? Angles on a straight line at a common point add up to what?
180 degrees.
180 degrees. Very good. Okay, so are y'all writing this down? Let me know if y'all writing this down.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir. Already wrote down.
Good.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. All right, so seeing that we already wrote this down, let's put it into practice, right? So I want you to draw these three diagrams for me. Well, let's do two for now, right? We're gonna start off with this first example. And the goal is very simple. We want to, let me put this geometry rule on this side. So have that there. I'll put this on this side, make it smaller. So we want to find the size of the missing angle. So let's say that we have this angle right here. And our goal is to figure out, okay, what is the size of angle X? Like, what is X going to be? Now we know that this is 20. We know that this is 60. We know that this is 60. But our goal is to find out, like, what is X, right? Anyone know or have an idea of how we're gonna do this?
I know.
Who's that speaking?
Caleb.
Go ahead, Caleb. What do you think we're gonna do?
First you add up 60. No, first you add 60 plus 60 plus 20, then you get your answer. Then you take it away from 180.
Do we agree with them?
Yes, we
Do
do.
we agree
Yeah,
with
sir.
them? All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so for those of you who did not hear him, what he is saying is that we're gonna do two things. We're going to add up 60, 20, and 60 again. And then we're gonna take all that and then subtract it from 180. So let's go ahead and do that. Let me put
That's
this-
120
let me put this on this.
and it'll be 40.
Put this on the side and move this. So
I mean, that's 140 and it'll be 40.
okay, so I want to get this right.
Excuse me, Mr. T, you want to draw this?
Yes.
Okay.
So draw this properly. So here's the thing, right? The idea is that we have angles at a common point. This is a common point right there. This is the point right there. And that's this common point that all, it has to be on at a common point. That's very important. This one is 20. So this is one angle. This one is 60. That's another angle. This one is 60. This is another angle. And this one is X. So we know though, we know that all of them combined must be equal to 180. Why? Because angles on a straight line at a common point must add up to 180 degrees. And so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add. So let's go ahead and do that. So we have to add. We have to add. So what are we going to add? We're going to add 20 plus what?
60.
Plus
60 plus 60
Plus
equals
what?
140.
Plus what? Plus 60. So 20 degrees plus 60 degrees plus 60 degrees, that's going to be equal to what?
140 degrees.
140.
So 60 plus 60 plus 20. 0 3 times is going to be 0. 6 plus 6 is 12,
12.
and 12 plus 2 is
14.
14. So it's going to be 140. So when we add them, we get 140 degrees. But are we done?
No, sir.
No,
We got
sir.
take away 180 from 140 and you get your answer.
Why we are subtracting with 180?
Because that diagram add up to 180.
That's right.
Because angles on a straight
40
line,
degrees.
angles on a straight line at a common point
It's
add up.
180 degrees.
So 180 degrees.
Very good, very good. So we subtract, and this is going to be what? 180 degrees minus what?
140.
140.
140 degrees. And then clearly that's just what?
40
40
degrees.
That's 40 degrees. And so we have that x is equal to
40 degrees.
x equals to 40. And that's our answer. X equals to 40 degrees. Amaya, non-Harmy, you understand this?
No, and yes, sir.
You do?
Yes,
Explain how I got 40 degrees.
First, you add all of the given measurements, the degrees,
Yeah.
and then you subtract it from 180 and we'd find the missing degree.
Very good. So when I add them all up, what do I get?
You get 140, you subtract 140 from 180 and you get 40 degrees.
Very good. Very good. Question. Where is Jaden Branchador? Where's Jaden? One second. Where's Jaden?
Yeah, sir.
Are you writing this down, Jaden?
Yeah, sir.
Harmony. Where's Harmony?
I'm here.
Are you writing this down, Harmony?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Jeremiah Rule. Are you writing this down? Jeremiah Rule. Are you writing this down? And Brianna Moss. Are you writing this down?
Already wrote down.
Brianna Moss.
I am.
Are you writing this down?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The rest of you, are y'all writing this down? You have to write this down for me.
I don't
Yes,
think already wrote it down.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
Please ensure that you write this down. Don't just look at my screen. Write this down. Okay.
It's already wrote down.
Okay, let's do another one. Do y'all understand this before I move on to the next example? Do y'all understand this?
Geometry, the rule.
Yes, write down the rule as well.
Right.
Do y'all understand this before I move on to the next one?
Also,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's do one more
Yes,
example.
sir.
This was Vicky.
Go ahead.
I just reached. I asked him if it's the first screen. First.
This is the first slide. Who is speaking?
Angelo.
Yeah, this is the first slide. Okay, so let's do number one, number two. Okay, for number two, please draw this image and let's work it out together. No. So for number two, what we have to figure out is what is the size of the missing angle, which in this case is X. Now, will it always be X? Will it always be?
So,
No, it won't always be X, but in this case, it's X, right? Where's Ronald? Ronald, are you there? Where's Ronald? Ronald, can you hear me? Ronald, can you hear me? Where's Ronald? I can't hear from Ronald. Denisha Lewis. Where's Denisha? Denisha Lewis, can you hear me? I can.
I can hear you.
Yes. Do you know what to do for this one? How are we gonna get X?
Well, I just not too long joined, so I trying to
understand it too. Okay.
uh-huh.
Delvon Sands, where's Delvon? Delvon Sands.
Wait.
How are we gonna get?
Good? Wait.
Yes, I could hear you. How are we gonna get X? What are we gonna do?
So first, you want to add 50 plus 70.
So we have to add. That's the thing. That's the first thing you're telling us to do, right?
Yes, 50 plus 70.
Okay. You say add 50 plus 75.
Yes.
So 50 plus 75. Now when we add them two, what do we get? So we have
125.
We have 50 plus what? 75.
5.
5 plus 0 is?
0, 5.
5. 5 plus 7 is?
12.
12. So
Wow.
that's it. 125.
It's 125. Yeah, those two.
Then take it away from 1.
And then take away
So 50 plus 75 is?
125.
125. And then you subtract 1.
and subtract 180 from 125.
Then your answer is 55.
The answer is 55.
So we gotta subtract. What are we subtracting with?
180 and 125.
Why are we using 180?
Because
All
what
the
they add up
angles
to.
on the straight line
That's the
adds
angle
up to
of, that's
180.
how it's supposed to add up.
Yes.
If you add it up, it's supposed to be 180.
Yes. Angles on a straight line add a common point, add up to
180.
180.
180. So we subtract.
I learned about this before.
That's good. So it's gonna be so it's gonna be what? 180 minus,
Subtracted by 125.
yeah, 180 minus degrees minus what?
125 degrees
125
That's
degrees.
55.
equals 55.
And that's gonna be equal to, when we subtract it, what do we get?
55.
55.
So this is gonna be equal to it's gonna be equal to 180 minus 125, which gives us what?
55.
55 degrees. Now let's subtract it actually. So we have 180 minus 55. And we say 0 minus 5, well, we can't really do that. So we have to borrow. This becomes 7. And so we have 10 minus 5, which is what? 5. 7 minus 5 is what? 2. So it's going to be 125. And so, no, I did it wrong. I'm supposed to
It's
subtract.
supposed to be
You did it
180
wrong.
subtract by
180
25.
over 55. It's supposed to be
125.
125. Take
Yes.
away 180.
Yes, that's correct. So we have to do 125. Thank you. 0 minus 5, well, we can't do that. So we have to do borrow. This becomes 10 minus 5. What is 10 minus 5? 5. 7 minus 2 is 5. And 0 minus 0, well, 1 minus 1 is
0.
So it's 55
Mr. Petit,
degrees.
question.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Mhm.
How you get, like, how you get 55? Because I lost.
How I get 55?
Yeah, so
Well, you
I
understand
thought it
that,
was supposed.
you understand that I add 50 and 75, right?
Yeah,
To get
so
125, right? Then I took this 125 and I subtracted from 180.
okay.
And we do 180 minus 125. And that's how I get 55.
Okay, thank you.
Understand? And Zion, it's not okay. It's either yes or no. So x is equal to, in this case, what?
55 degrees.
55 degrees. Do we understand how I got this? Let me know if you understand, please.
So,
Okay,
Yes,
good.
sir. Yes, sir.
Good.
yes, sir.
Okay, good. Write this down for me, please, in your book. Again, write this down in your book for me.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
Our power to cut off. And I didn't finish the notes before this. Before number 1, I didn't finish the notes.
We only have this.
I need. Fine.
We only have this, unless you're talking about the geometry rules.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. The geometry rules. I only did up to the number 2.
Okay. That's all we had, only those 2.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so where's Kaden? Kaden, can you hear me? Where's Kaden? Kaden, can you hear me?
Me?
Kaden, not Kanan, Kaden. Jonathan, can you hear me? Where's Jonathan? Hello, Jonathan, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Jonathan, do you understand how I got my answer?
Yes, sir.
Are you writing this down, Jonathan?
Yes, sir.
Joel Cooper, do you understand how I got this answer?
Good day. Yes, sir.
Explain how I got 55, x is 55.
You add 50 by 75, then you subtract it by 180, and that's how you got 55.
Why did I use 180?
Just that's the rule.
What does the rule say?
Every number you get, you subtract it by 180.
No, the rule says angles on a straight line. Angles on a straight line, add a common
Equals to
point,
180.
add up to 180 degrees. So let me repeat the rule. Angles on a straight line, add a common point, add up to 180 degrees. That's the rule right there. Angles on a straight line, add a common point, add up to 180 degrees. That's why we subtracted from 180, okay? All right, do you all have this written down? Let me know if you all have this written down.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, if you do,
Sir.
all right, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp again. Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. That's what I need you to do. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Michael Eugene, can you hear me? By the way, if you understand how to do this, put I inside the chat. If you understand how to do this, put I inside the chat. If you do not, put N. But if you understand how to do this, put I inside the chat. If you do not, put N. Where's Samaya? Samaya?
Yes,
Miss
sir.
Wilson, what kind of
Uh,
car you teaching?
Say it again.
What kind of car you teaching?
What are we teaching? I'm
Like
teaching
what
math.
kind of,
Teaching
like
math.
what
Teaching math. Teaching math.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
Which Samaya you mean?
No, not your Samaya. Samaya with a Y.
Oh, okay.
act like where to teaching?
This is what? Treon, you taking your exam this year? Treon?
What you mean exam? Like make like lot?
Mm-mm. No. No, it's not glad.
What you mean exam?
Okay. Message me in the chat.
Yes, I think so.
Message me in the chat so I can answer your question. Okay, Aiden Bean, where's Aiden? Where's Aiden?
Petit.
Go ahead.
Ernie was kicked out of the Zoom call. She's asking if you could unmute her mic.
No problem. Where's Aiden?
Yeah.
Aiden, do you understand how I got my answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And D'Angelo? Yes, D'Angelo.
I was saying I get knocked out. I was asking if you could go back to the first slide, please.
This is the first one.
I mean the one with the geometry rule.
Geometry rules? Okay. All right, let me go back to that one.
Good
All right.
afternoon.
Good afternoon. Okay, this is the geometry rule. This is the first, second one. Take a picture of this. Take a picture of this. All right, let's move on to the grade exercise.
I didn't finish number 2.
Okay. Let's move on.
Thank you.
No problem.
Mr. Petit, you doing another question?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Okay, let's move on. Okay, so let's do a grade exercise on this. So with these ones, I need you to do the same thing. Find the missing angle, right? Find the missing angle. In this case, the missing angle will be X. So find the missing angle for these ones. Let me see if I could. So grade exercise number 1. You do not have to write this down. Do not have to write it down. Just put your answer in the chat for me. For exercise number 1. Because we're gonna quickly go over it anyway. Say goodbye.
Miss Bolte is me and Ari in here because Ari last have been rubbing the door lock.
Oh, okay. You and Ariana, okay. Oh. What is your okay, so I want you all to do this. This is 1 and 2. You know what? Let's do.
We just writing it in the chat, right?
Just put your answer in the chat. Yes, just put your answer in the chat. Just put your answer in the chat. I'm gonna give you all four of them. Again, the goal is to find the missing angle. So this is number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. All right. Ramonica Reed, where's Ramonica? Ramonica, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
What number are you on?
I'm on number 2.
Number 2. And Alex Delavo, where's Alex?
Here.
What number you on?
Number 2.
Number 2. Is there anyone who do not know what they're supposed to be doing? If you do not know what you're supposed to be doing, let me know.
Me.
Who is that speaking?
Davenbach. I just
You
joined.
just joined. Okay, I want you to answer these questions and put it inside the chat. That's what else we'll be doing right now. We're answering these questions. Where's Aiden Bean? Aiden, what number you on?
I'm on number 3.
Number 3. Alandria Parker, what number you on?
I'm finished.
You finished as well.
I'm number 70.
Who's that speaking?
Marcella.
Miles, okay. Where's Max?
Excuse me, Mr. Petit. Can I tell you the answer for number 1?
He should be in class.
Yes, we can.
He should be downstairs.
Okay. And not yet. Lavender Johnson, where's Lavender?
Hello.
Okay, what number you on, Lavender?
I on number 3, going on number 4.
Number 3 going on 4. And Liliana, what number you on?
Number 4.
Number 4. And Malia Major, what number you on?
Number 2.
Number 2. Where's Ronald? Ronald, can you hear me? Ronald, can you hear me? And Xavier Cooper. What number you on, Xavier? Okay. All right, let's go ahead and answer these. So for number 1, what did y'all get for number 1 for X?
128.
62.
What y'all got?
62 degrees.
2 degrees.
So we're supposed to add, right? When we add 65 and 53, what do we get? 65 and 53, what do we get when we add them?
118.
118.
4 degrees.
118, right?
Yes.
118. And then we subtract, right? So we say X is equal to
X is equal to 62.
180 minus
180 minus
118, which gives us what?
62.
X equals to
62.
180 minus 118. That's going to be 62. Very good. Next, we have, this one. What do we have to do for this one?
Add
I don't know. I checked the notes. I still don't know.
You don't know?
add the 70 to 55 on the
25.
30.
Add 3 the numbers.
Add 70, 55, and
30.
30. Why? Because angles on a straight line add a common point. Add a common point.
155.
Add up to what? 180. 180. So when you have 70, 55, and 30, what you get?
155.
155.
Oh, it's going to be 155. So that means that we have what? X is equal to what?
180 minus 155.
Take away 55.
180 minus what?
Is it 25?
Give you 25.
25.
180 minus 155 is what?
25. 25 degrees.
25.
X equals to
25.
180 minus 155. Is there anyone who do not understand how I got 25? Let me know, please. If you don't understand how I got 25, let me know. Okay. Let's do number 3. What y'all have for number 3? What we do for this one?
I have 50.
55 plus
25 and
plus
50.
50
So 50 plus 25 plus what?
plus 50
Plus 55 plus, well, that's it's going to be equal to what?
130.
130.
50 plus 25 plus 55. That's going to give us 130 degrees. And so X is going to be equal to what?
180 take away
180 minus
The
130
answer is 50.
180 minus what?
minus 130
130. And so X is equal to what?
50.
50.
130.
50.
I mean,
All right.
50, sorry.
And finally, for the fourth one, we have, what we got to do? We got to add what?
34
Both
plus
numbers.
110.
Add both numbers, then subtract it by 180.
Yeah, add 34 and 110.
36.
It's going to be equal to what?
144.
What it is?
144.
144. And so X is equal to what?
180 take away 1.
Minus 144.
180 minus 144.
I'm still doing the work, brother.
And what we have when we have 180 minus 144, that's what?
36 degrees.
180 minus 144 is what?
36
degrees. 36 degrees. So that means that X is equal to
36 degrees.
36 degrees. Did anyone get all right? Did anyone get all 4 right? Let me know, please.
Yeah, sir. Yes, Maya.
I did.
I still.
The ones that I did, I got right.
I got right.
All right. Okay.
Can you
Yes.
go back to the previous slide so I could take a screenshot, please?
Yes, I can. Daniel Curry, do you understand how we got answers? Daniel.
Can you repeat it, please?
Do you understand how we got our answer?
So,
Okay, and your sister, I can't remember how to pronounce her name.
yeah, Derica.
Derica.
Yes, sir.
Derica, you understand how we got our answers?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you all have the notes? The Currys, do you all have the notes from the previous slide?
Yes, sir.
So we have
Yes, D'Angelo.
Which subjects yesterday?
We're doing math, health science, and general science today. All right, so today, Rudy.
The previous slide, so I would say the no sounding.
Okay, so the previous slide, for those of you who just arrived, is this. This was the previous slide. Quickly take a picture because we have to move on. Again,
Yep.
quickly take a picture because we have to move on. All right. So that was the second rule. So the first rule states that angles on a straight line add up to what? 180 degrees. No, the first rule, sorry. First rule says that, let me just go over rules first, because we're going to introduce a third rule. So the first rule says that we learned this yesterday. The first rule says that angles in a triangle, right, add up to what?
180 degrees.
180.
Add up to 180 degrees. So if this is A, and this is B, and this is C.
We have to write this.
Not this yet. A plus B plus C equals to what?
You say not yet, right?
Not yet, no. Equals to 180 degrees, right? That's the first rule. Angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees. Then we have the second rule, which states that if I have angles on a straight line at a common point, they must add up to what?
180 degrees.
They must add up to what?
180 degrees.
180 degrees. And so that means that E plus F plus G is going to be equal to what? 180 degrees. So those are our first two rules that we have learned so far. Now let's learn the fourth rule. So first of all, the first thing we need to define is a
I mean, the
quadrilateral.
third rule, not fourth rule.
The third, right? Yeah. So the first thing we have to define is what is a quadrilateral? And we said a quadrilateral is a what? Polygon.
Let me write this.
Yes, write this down for me, please. A polygon that has how many sides? A polygon is a quadrilateral that has how many sides?
4.
4 sides.
4.
That's what a quadrilateral is. So the third rule, geometry rule. Geometry rule. Write this down for me, please. Geometry rule number 3. Geometry rule number 3. It states that geometry rule number 3. It states that the interior angles of a quadrilateral, any quadrilateral for that matter, adds up to
360.
Adds up to
360.
Adds up
60
to
degrees.
180.
Adds up to
60 degrees.
Adds up to
360.
Degrees.
Put your hands inside the
180.
chat, please. Put your hands inside the chat. What do you think it add up? What do you think it add up to? The interior angles of a quadrilateral add up to what? Put your hands inside the chat, please. Put your hands inside the chat. What do you think it add up to? The interior angles in a quadrilateral add up to what? Okay. Put your hands inside the chat for me.
My bad. I changed my mind.
No. All right, so I see 180. Someone said 60. Someone said 270. Who said 270? Who said 270?
I did.
Crimson said 270. Anyone else think it's 270?
No, sir. It's 180.
360.
Yes, I think it's 270.
360.
180.
360.
360.
And then
What you think it is? Angles in a quadrilateral add up to what?
360.
360.
The answer is 180.
180. Who think it's 180? Let me have you think if you think it's 180.
Me.
me.
Hey, 180 crew. Let's go. Who think it's 90? Who think it's 90? Who think it's 90? And no one for 90? Who think it's 60? Oh, wow. Who think it's 270?
Me.
Wait up.
It's
Wait
my
up.
G.
Me.
Okay.
270 all the way.
I ain't gonna lie. I just guessing myself inside the chat.
All right. Who think it's 360?
I do.
I do.
I feel like it's 360.
I think 360.
All right. Who don't know?
Me. I don't know at all.
Don't know.
Me.
All right.
Me out.
I know.
Is
All right.
it 2?
The interior angles of a quadrilateral add up to 360 degrees. 360 degrees.
I knew it.
Yes, 360 degrees. All right. Let's do an example for this one. So the goal is to find, so examples. We're gonna find the missing angle. So this one requires a lot of adding. So let's try to do this one. A lot of adding, my friend. So please draw this image. Make sure I draw this image. Use a ruler and a pencil to draw this image. Where is what's his name? Griffin. Where's Griffin? One second. Where's Griffin?
Right there.
You never sent me it. You never sent me the notes that you sent me. Tell me it's gonna send.
Oh, you just okay. I can say.
Did you finish all of them or you just did some of them?
I have 2 more to do. So I think I was on like 5.
Okay. Send me the notes that you wrote. All right.
That's up.
Because you didn't send it to me yesterday. All right. And then finish the rest of them. All right.
That's up.
Okay, so our goal is to find the missing angle. So we're gonna call this one, say X. All right. Okay, so we have 87, 112, 92. Any ideas on how we're gonna find out what X is?
I know.
92 plus 12
You
plus
add 112
I think
plus
we add and
90.
then subtract it by 360.
Do you think we add?
I
Add
think
what?
we'll add all the numbers and then subtract it by 360.
I thought it was 180 because I thought it was a triangle.
Let me talk.
Is it triangle?
Add
No, sir.
all the numbers and then subtract it by 180 and get your answer.
180? You subtracting it from 180?
Subtract it from 360.
Mr. Petit,
Go ahead, Caleb.
you add up all the numbers first. Then you subtract it by 360.
Very good. Go ahead, Dreon.
Ari, I can use the bathroom, please.
Yes, we can. So we have 87 degrees plus 112 plus what? Plus what? 92. When y'all add them, what do y'all get?
291.
Then you subtract that by 360, then
When
you
you
get your
when y'all add them, what y'all got?
291.
291. So 112, 92.
290.
Okay. So plus 7 plus 2 is what? 9. 9 plus 2 is 11. Put the 1 down. Put the 1 above. 8 plus 1 is 9. 9 plus 9 is 18 plus 1, 19. So it's going to be 19. And 1 plus 1 is 2. So it's going to be what? 291.
Mr. Petit, I get the answer.
I have the answer.
So our answer is 291, right?
Yes, sir.
That's all.
That's
But then
our
you have to
answer?
subtract.
Is our answer 291?
No,
Yes,
no,
sir.
no, no.
Not the final answer, but that's the answer.
Okay. What we have to
We
do?
know the answer for the. We know the answer.
Subtract the sum by 360.
Subtract.
360 from 291.
Subtract by 360. Subtract 360 from 291.
Very good. So we're gonna subtract. Are we gonna use 180 or 360?
360.
360. So we have 360.
the quadruple angle add up to 360 degrees.
Yes, it's a quadrilateral.
Very good. 360 minus what? 291.
Yes, sir. Equals 69.
Y'all get 69 when you subtract it up.
Yes, sir.
So we have 360 minus 360 minus, where's Dwayne Henry? Dwayne, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Are you writing this down in your book?
Yes, sir.
The rest of you all, are y'all writing this down in your book?
Yes, sir.
I already write it.
Did you all
Yes, sir.
did you all draw the diagram?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Please make sure that you
I'm
draw
drawing
the
it.
And
diagram.
Mr. Ruler.
Please make sure you draw the Please make sure you draw the diagram, please. 0 minus 1, we can't do that, so it's gonna be what? 5.
5. Then you borrow from the 3, and it becomes a 2.
10 minus 1 is
9.
9. We can't do 5 minus 9, so this becomes what?
A 2.
2, and then we have 15 minus 9. What is 15 minus 9?
6.
6. Very good.
6.
And so this is gonna be
2 is 0.
and 2 minus 2 is 0. So we have 69. So that means that x is equal to what?
69
69.
degrees.
9 degrees.
X equals to 69 degrees. X equals to 69 degrees. All right. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Let me know, please.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. Does anyone? Let me know if you all understand this, please. Let me know if you all understand this.
Yes,
I
sir.
understand.
I understand.
All right.
I fully understand now.
I understand.
Okay, good. Where's Jervin? Jervin, where's Jervin? Jervin, are you there? Where's Jervin? Jervin, do you understand this? Okay. All right. Yes, go ahead.
I'm back. You can explain it again, please.
We can do another example.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go ahead and do a next one. This one is not. Go ahead.
What time we have health science and general science?
Who's that speaking? D'Angelo at 8 o'clock. All right, let's do another one. So let's say we have, so I think y'all know how to do these, right? So let's try to do another one. Do this one on your own. This is going to be, and put your answers inside the chat. So we have, this is number 2. Number 2. I'm gonna call this one number 2. And then we want to figure out what is x, right? That's our goal, to figure out what is the value of x. What is x? All right, any ideas? What are we gonna do first things first? What are we gonna do?
The same thing what we do with the last one.
We're gonna do what?
Add up all the numbers, then subtract it by 360, then we will get our answer for x.
So we have 124 degrees plus what? Plus what? 71, right?
71 degrees plus 68.
Plus 68. That's gonna be equal to, so we have 124 plus 71 plus 68. A plus 1 is what? 8 plus 1 is?
9.
9. 9 plus 4 is? 9 plus 4 is? 13. Put the 3 down, put the 1 up. 7 plus 3 is 10. 10 plus 6 is 16. So it's gonna be what? 2 plus 1, sorry, 1 plus 1 is 2, so it's gonna be 263. Did y'all get that? 263?
Yes, sir.
Hello, did y'all get that? Let me know, please.
Excuse me, Mr. Bati.
Uh-huh.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Darius,
sir.
I have had, well, the Wi-Fi knocked the call out, so she's gonna join back.
She's gonna join back. Thank you, Aaronik. Okay. So what's the next step that we're gonna do? What's the next step?
Subtract.
Please do not shout. Do not shout on the call. You don't have to shout. We're right there. What's the next step that we're gonna do?
Drop 260 to
We're gonna
360.
Very good. We're gonna subtract. So it's gonna be subtract. And so what do we have? We have 360 degrees
Take away
minus
263.
minus 263. Very good. And it's gonna be equal to what?
97.
So 360
97.
minus 263. Zero minus 3 is? Can't do that, right? So we have to bring this down. This becomes 5. 10 minus 3 is? 7. 5 minus 6, well, we can't do that. This becomes 2. 15 minus 6 is what?
9.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 9. 2 minus 2, well, that's 0. I got 97.
97 degrees.
I got 90. What did y'all get? What did y'all get?
I got 97.
97.
Anyone got 97 before?
97.
Anyone got
Yes,
9?
before you.
I got it. I got 97.
Yes, I get it way before you.
Okay, good. So x is equal to? X is equal to
97 degrees.
97 degrees. All right, put I inside the chat if you understand how we got this. Put I inside the chat if you understand how we got this. If you do not understand, please put N. Put I inside the chat if you understand how we got this. What I need you to do is take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. My number is 426-8891. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp.
I'll be right back.
No problem. Jamal Flowers, do you understand this? Where's Jamal Flowers?
I do.
Okay. Just Jamal speaking?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and Destin Gilbert, do you understand this? That's Destin Gilbert.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and Wyatt, where's Wyatt?
Right out.
Do you understand how we got this answer? Wyatt, do you understand how we got this?
Yes, sir.
Wyatt, I never get your notes. I need you to, when your daddy comes, just take a picture of your work and send it to me. All right?
Yes, sir. Are you trying to?
Where's Dior? Dior, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand how we got our answers?
Yes, sir.
And Jasmine Rose, do you understand how we got our answer?
Yes, sir.
Jervin, do you understand how we got our answers? Where's Jervin? Jervin, can you hear me?
I understand.
Jervin, did you send me your notes? I need everyone to take a picture of their notes and send it to me, please. Jervin, did you send yours?
No, sir.
What are you waiting on, Jervin?
Thanks, Anna.
So yeah, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. By the way, someone is asking if we have class tomorrow. We do have class tomorrow at 6 o'clock. We do have classes for the whole, well, we have classes Monday through Thursday. All right, Monday to Thursday. So classes continue as normal. I know some people have midterm, but our classes continue as normal, Monday to Thursday, 6 to 9. Joshua, where's Joshua? Joshua, can you hear me? Joshua, can you?
Could I ask you a question?
Where's Joshua? 1 second. I can't hear from Joshua. Joshua, can you hear me? Can't hear from Joshua. Camaro Rose.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand how we got answers?
Yes, sir.
Did you send me the work?
Yes, sir. It's me right.
Okay, how about you, Liliana? Do you understand how we got answers?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Philia Cooper, do you understand how we got answers?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Freddie, where's Freddie?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand how we got answers?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I think we're ready for a great exercise. So let's do it. Let's do a great exercise. It's going to be based on this, so it's not going to be difficult. Once you understand this, you should be able to do this one very easily. Okay, so I don't want to give you all a lot, so I'm just going to give you 3.
Do we write it down?
No, it's going to be the same thing. You don't have to write it down. Just put your answer in the chat for me. Again, for this one, you don't have to write it down. Just put your answer inside the chat. This is
I'm back.
great exercise. Okay, no problem. Exercise number 1. Well, this is number 2, right? Again, put your answer inside the chat for me, please. Our goal again is to find the missing angle. And this time we have 3 quadrilaterals. And again, our goal is to find the missing angle. Let me zoom this in.
Are we writing this in our book?
No, you don't have to write this down in your book. All right. So we're gonna call this number 1. And let's say that X is this. We're gonna call this one number 2. Let's say that this is X right here. We're gonna call this number 3. Let's say that this is X right here. And again, our goal is to determine what X is. And I need you to answer this in the chat. Put your answer inside the chat, please. Everyone should already taken a picture of their first work and sent it to me. So I need that already done.
3 for all.
Put your answer in the chat. Put your answer in the chat. Where's Debria DeVoe? Debria DeVoe.
Yes, sir.
What number you on?
Number 2.
No problem. Cordell Pratt, what number you on?
Number 2.
Number 2. Donika Martin, what number you on? Donika Martin, what number you on?
Number 2.
Okay. Jaden Branchador, what number you on?
Number 2.
Kaden Dean, where's Kaden Dean? Kaden Dean, can you hear me?
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
1 second. Where's Kaden Dean?
What?
Kaden Dean, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
What number you on?
No.
Say it again.
I want number 1.
Number 1. Do you understand what to do?
Number 1.
But do you understand what to do?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
Sash, I can hear you. Sasha Nick, what number you on?
I'm on number 3.
Do you understand what you're doing?
Yes, sir.
Carmel Penn, what number you on?
Finishing at number 3.
Okay, and Skylar Hall, what number you on? Skylar, what number you on? Where's Skylar?
Number 2.
Number 2.
I
Satazia,
am number 2, Mr. Boutique.
that's good. Satazia, what number you on?
Number 3.
Number 3. And Malik Dawson, what number you on? I can't hear you.
Leave it.
I on number 2.
Number 2. All right. Is there anyone who's finished? Is there anyone who's finished?
I am.
Yes, sir.
You finish?
I am.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Marks, do you understand what you're doing? Where's Marks?
I'm finished.
Yes, sir.
You understand what you're doing?
Yes, sir.
That's good. And Randolph, where's Randolph? Randolph? Randolph, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand what you're doing?
Yes, sir.
Have you taken a picture of your work and sent it to me via WhatsApp?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's good. All right, let's go ahead and answer this. For the first one, when we add them together, what do we get?
210. 210.
72
210.
plus 89 plus what? 49
49.
gives us what?
210.
210.
210, let me check. 72 plus 89 plus 49 is 210 degrees. And so,
150.
so x is going to be equal to what?
150 degrees.
260 degrees minus 360 degrees minus 210.
Very good.
It's
210.
50.
So x is equal to what?
150 degrees.
150.
X equals to 360 minus 210. I got 150. Anyone else got 150?
I did.
Me.
I
did. Very good. 150.
I did.
Excellent. Let's do.
I did.
Very good. Let's do the next one. So we have that. We have 69 plus 98 plus 65 that's going to be equal to.
That's 232.
252.
69 plus 65 plus
I
98.
got it also.
200 and what?
32.
232. So x is equal to what?
360 minus 232 will give you 50.
Minus 232.
28.
And the answer is 128.
Minus 232.
I got 128.
X
Also
is
128.
X is going to be equal to what?
128.
128.
360 minus 232. X is going to be equal to what?
Degrees.
128. Anyone else got that? Let me know, please, if you got that.
I got that.
Yes, sir.
I got that.
I did.
Okay, good, perfect.
I just finished up adding doing number 3.
Okay. What we get for number 3? 77 plus 123 plus 86. What is that?
286.
So 77 degrees plus 123 plus 86 is going to be equal to
286.
286. 286. And then we subtract, so x is going to be equal to
74.
360 minus what?
74.
286.
Leave 74.
I got 74.
X is going to be equal to what?
74.
74 degrees.
So 360 minus 286. I got 74.
Awesome.
74. Anyone got all 3 right? All 3 right?
Me.
You know if you got
I
all
did.
I did.
I did. Got all right.
Very good. If you got all right, put X in the chat. Let me see. I never tried X before. If you got all right, put X inside the chat. Let's see.
I get 2 right.
Okay. If you got all right, put X in the chat. If you got 1 wrong, put Y. Okay. Got 1 wrong, put Y.
You say put an F if we get all right, right?
X. X, X. X as in Twitter, X. Yeah, that. All right. Anaya, where's Anaya? Anaya Monroe, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
You wrote all of that?
Yes, sir.
That's very good. Okay.
Finish yet.
All right, so let's move on. So we have 3 rules for geometry so far. We have the score of our rules. We have.
Mr. Petit,
Go ahead.
I'll finish yet.
Okay. So we have angles in a triangle add up to what?
180.
180 degrees.
180.
Angles on a straight line add a common point.
180.
Add up to
180 degrees.
180 degrees. And then we have angles in a quadrilateral four-sided shape. Add up to what?
360 degrees.
360 degrees. All right, so these are our 3 geometry rules that we have so far. Let's move on to the 4th. Onward. Okay, so next geometry rules. The next one is very easy. It states that geometry rule number, call this number what, 4? It states that vertically opposite angles are blank. Vertically opposite angles are blank. What do you think it is?
I write this one.
Write this down, please. Vertically opposite angles are what?
60 degrees.
360 degrees.
360 degrees. What do you think it is? What do you think it's going to be equal to? Vertically opposite angles are 74. You can put your answer inside the chat. What do you think? Vertically opposite angles are blank. What do you think the blank? What do you think it's going to be in that?
The same amount of degrees? I don't know. Yes, sir. But you said
vertically opposite angles are 360.
What does that mean, vertically opposite?
Vertically opposite angles are 360. I see someone put 360 in the chat. Is it 360?
180.
180. Put your hands inside the chat. 180, 360.
But what does that mean?
90.
Vertically opposite.
I don't know. Vertically opposite angles are, I see some people say 360, 180.
It's a petite 280.
280? Okay, if you think it's 280, put inside the chat.
Always.
Sashnik says 180, 180. Valia says 180. Crimson says 270. Vertically opposite angles are 180. 270. Anyone else? Put your answers inside the chat. Some of y'all are not answering. Okay. Put your answers inside the chat for me, please. Okay. It depends on the shape. 360, 90 degrees. Liliana said 90 degrees. Miss Cass says 90 degrees. Margarita says 360. Brianna says 360. All right, how many persons believe it's 360? Let me know if you, let me know if you think it's 360.
I believe it's 360.
360.
Me.
360.
Me.
Okay. How many persons think it's 180? 180? No one for 180?
Surprising.
Wow.
I for 180. I for 180.
180? 180?
I won't fight. I for 180.
180? Wow. Anyone for 90? 90. Anyone for 90?
I think it's 90. I think it's 90.
Think it's 90?
So.
All right. Okay. So let me tell you what the answer is. Vertically opposite angles are
280. 180.
are
180.
450.
equal. Vertically opposite
That is
angle
good.
are
That is-
equal.
That's not even a number.
Exactly. So what do we mean by vertically opposite angles? So
But Mr. Petit, I did say they measure
Parallel lines.
I didn't say you was wrong. I did not say you was wrong. All right.
That's the answer.
Say it again.
That's the answer.
Yeah, equal. Vertically opposite angles are equal.
You can write this one down too.
Write this down, please. So this is our example. So the example is example. I want you to find.
Bottom bless.
Yes, we can find the missing angle. Find the missing angle. So let's say we have this. Okay. And all right.
Oh,
So-
now I remember. If the outside is 20, then that means the inside is 20.
Exactly. So let's say, for example, this is number 1, and let's say we want to figure out what A is, say. But we know that the top is, let's use 35. And our goal is to figure out what A is. Now, what must A be? If we know that these two are vertically opposite. Now, how do we know they're vertically opposite? Because as you can see, they are directly opposite to each other. And it goes like that. So so they are vertically opposite. That's what we mean by vertically opposite. When they are like directly opposite to each other like that. Like how I have it in the diagram. So that means that A is equal to what? What is A? 35 degrees. Why it's equal to 35? Because
It's vertically opposite.
It's vertically opposite.
because
To a 35-degree angle.
vertically opposite angles. All right, vertically opposite. Okay, now we have a next one. Let's do a next one. Let's say, for example, that this is say this is not drawn to scale, by the way, so don't assume that this is drawn to scale. But let's say we have, say, this is
You don't draw the thingamajig.
this is 70 degrees. And I want to figure out what is angle B. All right. What is going to be the size or measure of angle B?
70 degrees.
70 degrees.
What is it going to be?
70 degrees.
70 degrees.
70
Mr.
degrees.
Petit, I can't see your screen. I cannot see your screen.
70 degrees.
70 degrees. Log out and come back in. 70 degrees.
Yes, sir.
Why?
Because it's the same.
Because vertically opposite angles are equal. That should be easy. This has to be our easiest rule, right? This has to be our easiest rule.
Yeah,
So far. So this is gonna be these two right here are what? Are what? These two are?
Horizontally opposite.
No. We still call them vertically opposite. We still call it vertically opposite.
Yeah,
That's not vertical, that's horizontal. Look.
It depends on how you look at it.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
So vertically opposite, 70 and B. All right. So when they are like this, when they are,
Then you add them all up together.
no, we're not gonna add them all up together. So 35 and A are equal, and 70 and B are equal. All right, that's what we mean by vertically opposite. Genesis, does that answer your question? For vertically opposite angles?
Yes, sir.
Good. So we got that. Let's do another example. Y'all think y'all got another example? do you think?
Of course.
Of course, okay.
Once
Alright.
it's the same.
Say once it's the same. Why would I do that? Why would I not make it the same? All right.
Are you evil?
I'm not evil. Try to be nice.
Oh my goodness.
All right, so let's say we have this, and let's put this in there. Okay, good. Let's say that there's different ways they could put this in. So we could say,
And this triangle which is 180 degrees.
we could say that. We could say, okay, why don't we just put this here with that. Okay. Let me thicken this.
Excuse me, Mr. Patil. I'm gonna leave the interview right now, so I
Okay.
join when I can.
Who's that speaking?
Students, answer off.
Okay, no problem. All right, so let's say that this is angle A. Let's say that this is 70 degrees. Let's say that this is B, and this is 25 degrees. Okay, first of all, how are we gonna figure out the size of angle? Yes, ma'am.
Zaria, Aaron,
Say it again.
we
Say it
have to
again.
leave.
Okay, no problem.
Zaria, Aaron, Chanel, and I have to leave.
No problem. No problem. That's fine.
Add up 25 and 70 together.
Anyone want to try? How do we find out the size of angle A?
What's the odd 70 and 25?
Divide 70 by 2.
No, isn't A equal 70 because it's vertically opposite?
I don't know. I have no idea.
think
How do we
I'd
find
say
out?
180 minus 70
degrees. It is vertically opposite, so it should be
Due to vertically opposite angles
Then you
I
do all
know.
the addition
Okay, one
and
at a
stuff.
time.
but-
One at a time. One at a time. Look like I wake up the sleeping giant. Okay, put dance in the chat. Put John inside the chat for me, please. Put John inside the chat. What you think the answer is going to be? I want what is going to be A and what is going to be B. All right. What is the size? What is the size of A and B? Okay. Put your answer inside the chat for me, please. What is angle A and what is angle B? Okay, put your answer inside the chat for me. What is angle A and what is angle B? Alea, you have any opinion on this matter? Alea,
Yes, sir.
you have any opinion on this?
What do you mean?
What is angle A?
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Yes, ma'am.
Question, you said that the vertically opposite angles are equal to.
They're just equal to each other.
Equal.
Yeah, that's equal, yeah. So if this is
Okay.
if this is 70, that would be 70. If this is 35, this is 35. Go ahead, Alea, what you think? What do you think A is gonna be equal to?
70 degrees.
Does anyone agree with us? She's saying that A is 70.
Yes, sir.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
I agree.
I agree also.
Why would A be 70? Isn't
Because
A?
it's vertically opposite.
I agree.
Who do not
Isn't
agree?
it?
Who do not agree with A is 70? Who do not agree with that? You do not.
I don't.
Stay
Okay.
vertically opposite.
I do.
Who
I
do
do.
not? Do not. Do not. Do not.
I do.
Do not. I want to hear do not. Who do not agree?
Me. Me.
Okay, why you say it's not, Ethan? That's Ethan.
Yes, I can't hear you.
I'm
I
saying,
believe in John Bach 18.
okay, no problem.
Yes, sir.
Anyone else who say they do not believe that it's 70? What you think it is? If it's not 70, what you think it is? Okay. Anyone got a different answer than 70?
Unknown number.
An unknown number? No. So,
I think it's 70.
I think I have a guess sensitivity.
go ahead,
Yes,
Antoine.
I think it's 70.
Antoine, what you think it is?
A rational number.
An irrational. So everyone just on the bandwagon of 70, nobody have a mind of their own. What are we doing? Everyone just believe it's 70?
What about 75?
75? Okay, I like that you have a mind of your own. You ain't going with the rest of them.
I think it's 70.
You think it's 75?
What about 76?
76. Okay, 76. I like that you have a mind of your own.
Yeah, 70. 85. 77.
77. Someone saying 77. Okay. Anyone else besides 70?
85.
85. Okay.
Hold up. Where we got 70
Here,
from?
the answer is 70, but I see.
Why we turn up the
All right, so we have different answers. Some people saying 85, 75, 76.
Wait, we mean B?
86.
85.
85?
B?
I mean A.
A?
A.
How we got 85 for
A
A?
is 70 and B is 85.
Yeah, A is 70 and B is 85.
Why would you say that?
Because
A is vertically
interior
opposite to
angles of a
70.
triangle all add up to 180.
Okay, so let's start off with A, right? Remember what we said about an angle. Notice carefully, right? I don't know if y'all could see the X, right? But it's kind of like, okay, I draw that wrong. It's like this line right there, and then this line. And so if you notice, this angle, right, is vertically opposite to what? To this angle.
70.
Yeah.
So that
70.
means that if this is 70, what must A be equal to?
70.
A must be equal to what? 70.
70.
70.
How many persons spot the vertically opposite thing? You spotted it?
I did. I did. I had
I
that.
spotted it asking for the 70 and A at the same spot.
I had that.
Yeah. So A is 70. Now that we know that A is 70, what could we do to find B? We know that A is 70.
B is
Add
25.
8 and 25.
Yeah, 25.
And when you get your answer, you subtract your answer from 80.
Okay, so A is 70. And we know the angles in a triangle add up to what? Angles in a
180.
180. So that means that we have to take 70 and 25 and add them, right? So 70 plus 25. When we add them, we get what?
95. 95.
I'm not writing this properly. Let me write this properly. So we're going to add 70 because A is 70 plus 25. And that's gonna be equal to what?
85.
85. 95.
95.
85.
0 plus 5 is
85.
5.
95.
7 plus 2 is 9.
90.
So 70 plus 25 is
95.
95. Very good. Now we need to find B. So B is going to be equal to what?
B equals to 180,
180
minus
Minus
95.
180 minus 95.
Very good. And why is that? Why are we subtracting from 180?
Because the interior
Because all angles,
add up
all
to
interior
one.
angles
Interior
will
angles add up to 180 degrees.
Very good. The interior angles of a triangle add up to 180 degrees. So B is gonna be equal to what?
85 degrees. 85 degrees.
So 180. Let's do the
85 degrees.
180 minus 95.
Cross the one and then put it on
This
top of it.
becomes 7. 10 minus 5 is 5. 7 minus 9, but we can't do that. So we have to do 17 minus 9, which gives us what?
11.
8.
8.
And then that's 0. So the answer is 85. Anyone got B is equal to 85 before me?
I did.
Before me?
I did.
I did.
Before me?
I did.
No, sir.
No, I didn't.
Me.
All right,
I
so
only
we
got the 70.
Mr. Batista, I was off by 10.
No, sir.
all right. Do we understand how I got it though? Do y'all understand how I got it?
many points.
Yes, I understand.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
I
A is
understand.
70 and B is 85. So if I give you all another question like this, y'all could be able to answer it.
No.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, totally.
Totally.
50-50.
Yes.
Totally. Anyone have any questions on this? Anyone do not understand how I got my answer?
I don't understand how you got B.
Who said they don't understand how I got B?
Alora.
Laura? Okay.
I
So,
was just understand.
okay, no problem.
Mr. Petit,
Uh-huh.
um,
What?
you said we subtract 100. You said we subtract with 180 because it's a triangle, right?
Yes.
Mr. Petit, I just came back. I went somewhere and I don't understand what we're doing.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so let's do another one. So the way how we got B, Alora, where's Alora? Alora, are you there? Where's Alora? Alora Green?
I'm right here.
Okay, so the way how we got B is that, you know how we got A, right? A is 70.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're gonna do is, we are going to take the 70, because 70, 25, and B should add up to 180 degrees, because angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's 70 plus 25, we add them. 70 plus 25 give me 95. And then I subtract from 180 because angles in a triangle add up to 180. So 180 minus 95, and that gives me 85.
Okay, I understand now. I think.
Okay. All right. All right, let's do another one.
Still kind of understand.
Still don't understand? Let's do another one. So, let's go on to grade exercise. For the grade exercise, I want.
Petit, can I screenshot the last slide, please?
I can. You can. Let's move on to the grade exercise. For the grade exercise, someone want to screenshot this?
Can we write it down?
You got this? You got this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Okay. Okay. So for the grade exercise, I want you to write this down in your book and then answer it in the chat. Okay, for the grade exercise. Write it down in your book and then answer it in the chat. So the goal is to find the missing angles. All right, so let's go ahead and say if we have number 1. Let's say we have assuming that this is.
We're writing this in our box.
Yeah, write this in your book. Write this down in your book. Write this down in your book. 71 degrees. What is y going to be? And let's say you have 2024, what is P going to be? So what is Y? And what is P? That should be pretty straightforward. Number 2. For number 2, let's assume that we have, say, this line and this
Excuse
line.
me, we're writing these in our book.
Yes, you're writing this inside your book. And you have, say, this.
done.
And let's say we have, this one is M. This one is,
Mr. Petit, you forget the degree symbol.
thank you. This one is 22 degrees. What is that? What is M going to be? And so M is equal to what? And then number 3. Number 3, we have, say, this guy. That guy. And that guy. Assume that this is X. Let's say that this is 40. Say this is 20. Say that this is Z. What is going to be X and what is going to be Z? So X is equal to
Don't
what?
forget degree sign.
And Z is equal to not. And finally, number 4. Go ahead. And finally, number 4, let's say we have this one. Let's say that this is 36. This could be, I ain't gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that to y'all. I am not. So this is B. So this is 23. So this is M. What is B going to be equal to? And what is M going to be equal to? All right, answer this inside of your books. And then I want you to take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp again. Answer this inside your book, and then I want you to take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp.
For number 3, do we work it out?
Say it again.
Number 3, do we work it out?
Yes, we do.
Mr. Petit.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I thought my Wi-Fi had gone out because I didn't hear you.
Okay, I read that. All right. Do y'all understand what to do? Let me know, please. If y'all understand what to do.
Yes, sir. And I'm almost finished.
Almost finished. Michaela Maki, where's Michaela Maki?
What else after we finish?
Michaela Maki, where's Michaela Maki?
I'm done, Mr. Petit.
Where's Michaela Maki? Can you hear me?
I'm here.
Michaela, what number you on?
Number 4.
Number 4. You understand what to do?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Samaya with a Y.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand what to do?
Yes, sir.
What number you on?
Number 3 going number 4.
Okay.
Mr. Petit, read it not?
Yes, write this down in your book, please, and then answer it for me.
I'm done.
Ajani, what number you on? There's Ajani.
Mr. Petit, I send my answer in the.
In the chat as well?
No, I send my work on WhatsApp.
Oh, by the way, once you finish, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp.
I'm done.
All right.
Ari's about to done.
All right. Dwayne Henry, what number you on?
I done.
Say it again.
I done.
You're done? Okay. And anyone else is finished? Let me know if you're finished.
I'm finished.
I
am. You want to just send it in the chat or WhatsApp?
Both. Put your answer in the chat and then take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp.
Mr. Petit, we wasn't supposed to write this in that book.
I'm done. I'm gonna
Yes,
send it to
sir.
WhatsApp.
Yes, I did say right in your book.
She's gonna send it to my phone.
All right, no problem. All right, let's go ahead and answer this. Number 1, what y'all got for Y?
71.
What we got for Y?
71.
71 equal to the
71, right? Why is it 71?
Because it's the same. It's equal.
Because vertically opposite angles are
The same.
equal. Very good. 71 degrees. And then P is equal to what?
24.
24 degrees. So Y is 71 degrees and P is 24. Anyone got these right? Let me know if you got this right.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I
Yes,
did.
I did.
All right. Anyone else got this right? Let me know, please. That matters. I want to see if you all actually understand. Anyone else got this right for number 1?
I did. I did.
Okay.
I get it right.
Excellent. Very good. And M, what y'all got for M? M is what?
22 degrees. 22 degrees.
2 degrees.
M is 22 degrees. Why?
It's the same.
Because
they're vertically opposite.
Because vertically opposite angles are equal. All right, makes sense. Next, we have for X. What y'all have for X?
40.
Number 3?
40.
40. Very good. 40. And it's 40 degrees because it's vertically opposite, right? And then we have Z. What y'all have for Z?
60.
120.
120.
What? I heard like 3 different answers. What y'all have for 3? Number 3.
120.
120. All right. What we know that X is 40, right? We know that X is 40.
Yeah.
So we have to add what? 20
I got 80 plus
plus
40.
plus 40. Now 20 plus 40 gives us what?
60.
60.
60,
60.
right? And then we have to subtract it, right? So
From 180.
Z is gonna be equal
The
to what?
180.
180 minus what?
60.
180 minus 60. And what is 180 minus 60?
120.
120.
120. 120. So if you got it wrong, please make the correction.
Subject after this.
Yes, we are. If you got Z wrong, please make the correction. Make the correction, please.
You doing English next, right?
No, we're going. Just wait. We're on maths right now. All right. Okay. Would we have anyone got number 3 right? 30, 40, and 120? Let me know, please.
Yes, I got
Yes,
it.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Number 4.
Okay, good. Now number 4, what do we got for B?
36.
B is
36.
36.
36 degrees.
36.
36 degrees.
36 degrees. For my final answer, for M, I got 120.
36 degrees.
36.
M is 121.
So why did we get 36?
Because it's vertically opposite.
36 degrees is vertically opposite from B.
Very good.
36
Vertically
degrees
vertical opposite. Very
vertically
good.
opposite.
Very good. So we have 36 plus 1 plus 23. And we add them. 6 plus 3 is
9.
9. 3 plus 2 is
5.
5. And so we have to subtract it, right? So M is going to be equal to
120.
180
Minus
degrees
59.
minus
121.
Minus
59.
59.
What y'all got?
I got 121.
121.
I also got 121.
121.
121 degrees.
Okay, let me check that. We have 180 minus 59. I got 121 degrees.
Yes.
So M is equal to 100.
121.
21.
Mr. Petit, I don't understand this.
Which part don't you understand?
All of it.
121.
121. All right, the rest of you, do y'all understand how we got the answers?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I did, but I ain't had time to do number
All right.
I understand, yes, sir.
Okay. All right, Harmony, the problem is you always in and out. If you go to do something, you can miss out. Okay, that's the problem. So you have to stay in one place. Where's Harmony? Where's Harmony? Where are you? Harmony, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
So you have to stay in one place so you could be able to understand it, okay?
No, I came late. I came off Zoom. I had to go somewhere. I just came back.
That's what I'm saying. It's impossible for you to understand if you just came back, okay? So you have to go over the notes because I can't explain it right now, but I'm gonna explain one of them for you. All right?
Okay.
So for the first one, right, we have these two. We have 71 and Y. Now, we say that Y is equal to 71 because vertically opposite angles are equal. So if this is 71 and they are vertically opposite, both of them must be equal to 71. So that's how we got 71 for Y. You understand that part?
Yes, sir.
The same thing for P, right? They are equal. So if this is 24, this must also be 24. So P is equal to 24 degrees. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
You know she would have given that to you.
All right. The rest of you put I inside the chat if you got all right. Put I inside the chat if you got all right. If you got all right, please put I. If you got one wrong, please put N. But if you got all right, please put I inside the chat. Okay. All right, let's move. So let's go a quick review of our geometry rules. I think we're on the fourth one now, right? So quick review of our geometry rules as we have so far. The first one tells us that angles in a triangle add up to what?
180 degrees.
180.
180 degrees.
180 degrees.
180 degrees, very good.
Is
The
he
sec,
right?
you don't have to write this down. The second one says that
Angle on a straight line.
angles
is
on a straight
180.
line add up to
180 degrees.
180 degrees. The third one says that what?
Are we writing this down?
No.
Quadrilateral
Quadrilateral.
on 4 sides.
Yes.
And that add up
To what?
to 360.
360. And then our fourth one says that if we have what?
Vertically opposite.
Vertically opposite. It's equal.
Very good. Vertically opposite angle is equal. So if this is A, this must also be equal to A.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Uh-huh.
Do we do around the point for this one? Like I see you have vertically opposite angles inside of a triangle and quadrilateral. But do we do angles around a point?
Yes, we do. That's another rule. That would have to be rule 5. That would have to be rule 5. So we can start it off tomorrow. We don't have enough time to do that today, but that's the next rule as well. Angles around a point. All right, so we're gonna move on to health science right now and general science. So we're gonna do health science and general science. If you do health science and general science, please stay back. Again, health science and general science is what we're doing. All right.
Mr. Petit, good night.
Good night. Good night.
Good night, good night, good night, good night.
Good night. Make sure those who are doing health
Good
science
night,
and
Mr.
general
Petit.
science, health science and general science people, you stay back.
Good night.
Good night. Good night. All right. Again, health science and general science people, we have to stay back. And we're gonna head up. We're gonna head up for this one. Again, if you're doing health science and general science, then you have to stay back, all right?
Ms. Petit, you
Can you
doing
repeat that? They was making too much noise.
Health science and general science, stay back.
Okay.
And it's not okay, it's either yes or no, sir. Rudy, you have a question? Where's Rudy?
Mr. Petit, your screen blocked again.
Yeah, I know.
I just I was
asking a question.
asking like you doing general science first or
No, we doing health first.
okay.
All right. So we're gonna start off with a important system that everyone should know. So this is no, there's no English tonight. English is not every night. English is only on Mondays and Wednesdays. All right, so let's go ahead and start. Okay, y'all can see my screen now. Let me know, please.
Yes, sir.
So the last thing we did was the skeletal system, didn't we?
Yes, sir.
And we talked about
Yes, sir.
we talked about the different parts of the skeletal system. And we talked about its importance in depth. We talked about the fact that Caleb, where's Caleb?
Yeah. Mr. Petit, that's
One
the
sec.
notes I did not get.
One sec, where's Caleb?
Yeah.
Caleb, what I tell you last night, hold your horses. Wait and listen. wait and listen. Do more listening than speaking. So we're gonna be doing health science. You didn't get the skeletal system?
No, sir, that's the night when I leave.
Okay. You have to go on my channel. You have to go on my channel to get that. Or I could send it to you.
I can do that.
Yeah. Okay, so
Mr. Fatigue, you could send the skeletal thing for me, please, to my mommy.
what's her name? Alara? Yes, I will. All right, so the topic for the day is we're gonna be looking at this system deals with this is an easy one. Y'all should get this on the first try. It deals with eating.
Digestive system. Digestive system.
Yes, the digestive system.
Digestive system.
Very good, the digestive system. So we're going to be looking at the function and parts of the digestive system in depth. What is digestion? What are the parts of digestion? And what are the organs that are involved in digestion, right?
The mouth, the small intestine.
Someone is saying it. Yep, that's correct.
Small intestine, the large intestine.
Yes.
The stomach.
So first of all, where does digestion begin?
The liver.
In the mouth.
In the mouth. So
The mouth.
yeah, digestion begins in the mouth. So that means for those people who like to chew fast, if digestion begins in the mouth, then that means that your teeth have a role in digestion. The saliva in your mouth have a role in digestion. So you're not supposed to just not supposed to just in one bite swallow, right? You're supposed to actually chew it slowly and thoroughly so that by the time it comes to your stomach, it was already partially digested, ready break down, right?
Mr. Petit, can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Does food get stuck in your stomach?
Not stuck, but if it could stay a long time if you continually eat and then it ferments. So the digestion of food begins in the mouth and ends in the
In the rectum.
In the small intestine.
No,
The small
no,
intestine.
Rectum?
no.
The small intestine. Wait.
Who is speaking?
Ends in the stomach.
Ends in the stomach? No. Where does
Ends in
digestion
the
end?
in the large.
In the small intestine.
Ends in the large intestine.
It ends in the small intestine.
Isn't it in the rectum? That's
No.
where the waste come out, the rectum.
No, I said where does it end? Where
The
does digestion?
gallbladder?
No,
The anus?
no,
When you stop eating?
no. When does digestion of food, it begins in the mouth, where does it end?
The large
The stomach.
The
stomach.
small,
It gives you
small
energy.
intestine.
Gives you energy.
So
The small intestine, that's where digestion ends.
And
Digestion of food ends in the small intestine. The large intestine and the anus is not responsible for digestion. The food already digested by that point. All right? Y'all understand now? The large intestine is not
Yes, sir.
responsible for digestion. It's responsible for absorbing the water and allowing the undigested food to pass through the colon and out through the rectum. All right? So your food is already digested after the small intestine. It's already digested, absorbed, assimilated, and all that stuff. So digestion of food starts in the mouth and ends in the small intestine. There are processes, let's write this down. There are, Dwayne, are you there? Where's Dwayne? Dwayne, can you hear me? Where's Dwayne? There are processes that food goes through as it passes the alimentary canal. Now, the alimentary canal is just another word for.
The digestion, write it down. It's supposed to write it.
Yes, you have to write this down for me. Write this down in your book. Right. So the alimentary canal is just another word for the digestive system. In particular, it's that tube that starts from your mouth and goes all the way to the esophagus and all the way the small intestine and all that stuff. So what are the processes? The first one is, so these are the processes that takes place for food to digest. The first one is ingestion. Anyone know what ingestion means? Ingestion.
After you eat, you gotta let your food digest in your stomach properly.
What does ingestion mean?
Ingestion
Ingestion. One at a time. Go ahead. Go ahead, Makia. What do you think ingestion is? What is ingestion?
Ingestion is when you put food in your mouth but you ain't swallow it yet, like when you chewing it.
So this is the process. So ingestion, think of ingestion as when to ingest, right? Ingest means to put in. So this is the process of putting any substance into the mouth. Ingestion. When you put it into your mouth, that's ingestion. You're ingesting it. Putting it into your mouth. That's ingestion. Then you have digestion. What is digestion?
Mr. Petit,
You
mixed in a word.
What I miss?
Digestion of the food begins in the mouth.
In the mouth. Thank you. Then we have digestion. What is digestion?
Digestion is when after you swallow the food and it begins moving throughout the body.
Okay. So digestion doesn't happen in the mouth?
Digestion is process of breaking down of food into simpler substance that can be tissues of the body.
Very good. Perfect answer. Perfect answer. All right. So this is the breakdown of food. So digestion is the breakdown of food. Breakdown of food into substances that the body can use. So when we break down the food into substances that the body can use, that is what we mean, or that's what we call digestion. Now there are two types of digestion. Does anyone know? What are the two types of digestion?
The two types of digestion are chemical and mechanical.
What do you think, Sashanique?
Yeah, it's basically the same thing. I was gonna say the breaking down of the food and also the breaking down of the nutrients.
Breaking down the food and breaking down the nutrients. So there are two types of digestion. You have
chemical and mechanical digestion.
So you have mechanical digestion. That is one type. Right? Mechanical digestion.
Mr. Petit.
I
did say the answer for intestines.
Yes, you did. That's correct. So mechanical digestion. This occurs when what? So mechanical digestion is when the food is physically broken down into smaller particles by crushing and grinding of the teeth and muscles. So this occurs when the food
The
is made
chemicals from food are taken into the cell.
is made physically smaller. Write this down for me, please. By the crushing and grinding of teeth and muscles. That's what we mean by mechanical digestion. This is when you have the food being broken down physically. So that happens in your mouth with your teeth. That's mechanical digestion because the food is physically being broken down into smaller particles. Where's Patrick? Patrick, can you hear me?
All right, yeah.
What do we mean by mechanical digestion, Patrick?
That's the food being broken down, like with your teeth and stuff.
Very good. And
I
where's
have to start over.
okay, no problem. Where is Aiden being? Where's Aiden? Aiden, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Aiden, I want you to read what we have so far.
The digestion of food begins in the mouth and ends in the small intestine. There are processes that food goes through as it passes the alimentary canal, digestive system. Ingestion. This is the process of putting any substance into the mouth. Digestion. This is the breakdown of food into substances that the body can use. There are two types of digestion. One, mechanical digestion. This occurs when the food is made physically smaller by the crushing and grinding of teeth and muscles.
Very good. Elcha, where's Elcha?
Yes, sir.
Are you writing this down, Elcha?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and Genesis, are you writing this down?
Yes, sir.
And Kavane Seymour, where's Kavane Seymour?
Yes, sir.
What do we mean by ingestion?
That is the process of putting any substance into the mouth.
Very good. Next, we have chemical digestion. Chemical digestion. Now, chemical digestion, what is this? What is chemical digestion?
This is when the body takes nutrients that it needs and probably expel the ones it doesn't need.
No.
No.
No. So with chemical digestion is when the food is physically broken down, right? Physically crushed and grinded to be smaller. But is that it? Is that all that needs to happen? Is it just that the food need to be mashed down into smaller pieces, or something else need to happen? Anyone?
Is this where your saliva comes in?
Okay, saliva, but what does the saliva have in it?
Acid.
Okay, acid is not in saliva, but acid is in the stomach. But what does the saliva have in it? What is
It's some chemical.
Enzymes. So what does the enzyme do?
Break down the food inside your mouth.
So the enzymes help to break down the food chemically, right? So this occurs due to actions of enzymes, and they change the chemical makeup of the food. That change the chemical makeup of the food. Into or to a simpler substance. And so we have carbohydrates are turned into a more smaller substance, which is going to be glucose. And we have proteins, which turn into a smaller substance, such as amino acids. And we have fats, which is turned into a smaller substance, which we call lipids. And so each one of those major food nutrients are brought down into small particles. And that happens not just by crushing the food, but also changing the food chemically, breaking it down chemically through the action of enzymes, acid, bile, pancreatic juices, digestive juices. All of those things change the chemical makeup of the food. So you need the chemicals, not just the crushing. Does that make sense? So let's move on to the next one. And let's talk about, so we have two types of digestion. Can someone tell me the two types of digestion that we have?
Mechanical digestion and chemical digestion.
Yeah, mechanical and chemical. All right, let's move on to the other one. So now we have ingestion, which is the putting in of food, digestion, which is the breaking down of food, whether chemically or physically. And then we have egestion. Can some smart person tell me what do we mean by egestion? Egestion.
The taking out of the waste products.
So who said that?
Aiden.
Aiden, very, very good. Egestion. So egestion is when
Egestion is a process of removing the ingested food material.
exactly. So this is the removal. This is the removal of solid
From the body
or semi-solid undigested foods from the body. This can be in terms of, or this can be terms I could say this is also known as defecation. So the removal of,
That's the word I know out the head.
yeah. So egestion is also known as defecation. That's when all of the undigested food is let go. The body doesn't need it. All right. One thing about the body is very efficient. If it doesn't need it, it lets it go. All right, so that is what we have so far. What I need to know is what happens inside of the mouth. So what in the mouth, right? What is going to happen to the food? How is food digested in the mouth?
The saliva helps to break it down. So
Saliva.
The teeth help.
Okay, good.
The teeth crush the food into smaller pieces.
Very good. The teeth crush the food into smaller particles. Anyone else? So we have in the mouth, we have, so food placed in the mouth. So food placed in the mouth. Write this down for me, please. Are you writing this down? Let me know, please. Let me know if you're writing this down.
Yes, sir.
That's all.
Yes, sir.
Good. So food placed in the mouth. Where's Dwayne? Dwayne Henry, are you there?
Right there.
You sure
I'm here.
you sure you're here or are you doing something else?
Yes, I here.
Okay, you know I am mommy go. You hear me, Dwayne? Where's Dwayne?
You right there?
Yeah. You know I am mommy go, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Food placed in the mouth is crushed by teeth, or I should say by the teeth. And mixed with what? Saliva. Saliva by the tongue. So you need saliva. You need saliva to help to mix the food. Imagine eating food without saliva. Like, that wouldn't work, right? Saliva is made of an exocrine. Like exocrine just basically mean ducted gland. I mean, it has a duct.
Mr. Petit, you made
Huh?
a mistake.
Yeah, it's made of an exocrine ducted gland. Go ahead. Where's the mistake? Show me.
Next to tongue, saliva made of.
Thank you. Saliva is made. I put made by. Sorry. It's made by an exocrine ducted gland in various locations in the mouth. Let me make this smaller. I can move this heading, right? I think y'all need that. The saliva serves two purposes. Saliva serves two purposes. Number one, it moistens the food to make it easy to swallow. And number two, it starts the enzymatic reaction. Let me just say, for a chemical breakdown of the food. Now the job of the tongue is the tongue will roll the food into a ball-like structure called the bolus, just before swallowing.
I think
So-
scientists said like the tongue, the teeth, and the gum is the most synchronized thing in your body.
I could believe that. Very synchronized. Bolus. So they gathered the food into this ball-like shape called bolus. All right. And then you swallow it and it goes down the esophagus. The next time we come, we'll finish talking about the esophagus. But Lamar, can you tell me the two functions of the saliva. Lamar, what are the two functions of the
To
saliva?
help break down food.
It's right there.
It moistens food and it helps to chemically break down food.
Very good. It moistens the food and helps to chemically break down the food. Alex Delaveau, where are you?
I'm not doing health science for BDC.
Oh, you're not doing health science? Dazon Curry, where's Dazon? Dazon Curry, are you there? Can I have from Dazon? Edward Parker, where's Edward Parker?
I'm here.
What is egestion?
Egestion is removal of solid and semi-solid undigested foods from the body.
Okay. What is egestion also known as?
Defecation.
Defecation. Jeff Danique Murphy. Where's Jeff Danique Murphy? Jeff Danique Murphy, are you there? Canada from her. Camaro Rose, are you there?
Yes, sir.
What is ingestion?
Ingestion. The process of putting any substance into the food.
Into the
mouth.
To the mouth. Very good. And Lanice, where's Lanice?
Yes, sir.
Where does digestion begin? Where does digestion begin, Lanice? Lanice, where does digestion begin? It's right there in the right there.
The mouth.
Very good. Lanice, are you writing this down?
Yes, sir.
Did you take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp? Lanice?
Mr. Petty.
Pardon me?
Lanice, did you take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp?
No, sir, I can send it now because I just write everything down and just send it at once.
But sometimes you don't send all the work. So you need to.
I do. You can look at our chats.
You send all the work every time?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Mr. Petty, you could check the chat, please.
No problem.
Mr. Petit, what are we doing after this?
Okay, good. We're gonna do general science. What I need y'all to do is take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp.
I'm not finished.
Are y'all done writing this down? Let me know if you finish writing this down so we can.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Quickly write this down for me, please. Ethan Adderley? Yes, Ethan
Yes,
Adderley.
sir.
Are you done writing this down?
Yes, sir.
Did you send it to me via WhatsApp?
Not yet, sir.
Okay. Where is Ethan Bean? Ethan Bean, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Ethan Bean, you finished write this down?
Yes, sir.
Ready send it to me via WhatsApp?
I'm sending the last piece right now.
Send it last piece now, okay. What I need y'all to do is take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp again. Take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp so that we can finish this. Is Ethan Smith there? Where's Ethan Smith?
Mr. Petit, I gonna what we soon after this?
We're doing general science. Where's Ethan Smith? Ethan Smith, are you there? Can't have from Ethan Smith. I think he left already. Are y'all done with this? Let me know, please, if you're finished with this. so I can move on.
No, sir, almost.
Almost.
Where's Crispin Rogers? Crispin Rogers.
I'm Mel.
Crispin, are you writing this down?
Yes, sir.
Did you send the math notes before this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. And someone had a question.
Yes, sir. May I use the bathroom, please?
Who's that speaking?
Leah.
Okay, quickly. And next. Liliana? Where's Liliana?
Yes, sir.
Liliana, are you writing this down?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, so we have to move on. I didn't realize it's already 8:31. So we have to move on from this and move on to general science. Yeah, we have to move on. Go on to general science.
What time is it?
We are going to move on to general science. We finish at 9 o'clock.
All right.
Finish at 9 o'clock. Hello? Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
good.
sir. Now we can.
Okay, good. All right, we are going to move on to general science. So,
Yes, sir.
where's Caleb? Your background is noisy, so you have to make sure that you don't have your mic open. All right, so let's move on. Today is let me give you one more minute to finish this. One more minute, and then we can move on.
Mr. Petit,
Uh-huh.
I'm not taking general science.
Who's that speaking?
Natasha.
What's the name is?
Natasha.
Oh, Natasha. If you're not taking general science and you finish with health, then you can leave. If you're only people who are doing general science, only people who are doing general science have to stay back. Only people who are doing general science.
Who
General science.
you know you want general science? I
Um,
finished my science.
All right. General science people, you must stay back. All right. Okay, so okay, let's move on to
I don't have general science, so goodbye, Mr. Petit. Thank you.
have a good night. Okay,
You
so
too.
okay, so I have a question for you all before we start this. True or false? True or false? All plants must have flowers. True or false? All plants must have flowers.
False.
That's false?
You have the head up again?
Yes, we have the head up again. True or false? All plants must have flowers. Y'all say false?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, if you say false, give me a plant that
Pine tree,
Give me a
pine
plant.
country.
A
Give me a
fern.
plant.
Banana leaf.
Bamboo.
Coconut tree.
Genosperm. Aloes.
Aloes.
Pine
Apple
tree.
tree.
All right. All right, today is Tuesday. Today we're going to be looking at Tuesday is the 22nd of October, 2024. The subject is, of course,
Gymnosperm.
Who said that?
You're
absolutely gymnosperm. Yes, you're right. So the subject is, of course, general science, and we're gonna be
Venus
looking.
flytrap.
Say it again.
Venus flytrap or carnivorous plants.
I think I know you're talking about. You mean the stuff that is eat the little animals and insects and stuff. All right. So today we're going to be looking at non-flowering plants. I thought I was going to get y'all on that, but y'all are smarter than that. Y'all know that there are plants that do not have any flowers, and we call them non-flowering plants or gymnosperm. Go ahead.
No, I was about to say that they were called gymnosperms, I think.
Yes, they are. Yes. Yes, they are. So non-flowering plants. So I'm going to talk about some non-flowering plants that, by the way, let me just show you all an example. So this one is flowering plant. What type of plant is this? You want to know?
Hibiscus.
Angiosperm. Angiosperm.
Angiosperm. What's the name? Hibiscus. Very good.
Hibiscus.
And what is this one?
Pine tree.
Gymnosperm.
Tree.
Yeah.
Pine
So
tree.
these are the ones that you see in Christmas.
That's a pine cone.
But they do not have any flowers.
I have that type of tree on.
Yeah, right. So one is flowering, angiosperm, and the other one is non-flowering, gymnosperm, right? So we're going to be looking at several non-flowering plants, such as the algae. Anyone familiar with algae?
Yes, sir.
That seems good.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it meant.
Right, algae.
Excuse me,
Algae.
Subati.
Go ahead.
Does it like kind of classify for mold or something?
No, algae is not a mole. Algae is a plant. Algae in the plant kingdom. Yeah. Yes, algae is weird. Algae has no.
It's actually algae.
You pronounce it algae or algae? Same thing.
Yeah, algae though.
I thought it was algae.
Yeah, I mean, we're not gonna nail bite on the pronunciation. Some people pronounce it algae. Same thing. We know we're talking about this green thing that live on the rocks. Next, then we have the mosses. These are also part of the plant kingdom.
They grow where water has been also.
Mosses.
But you have your hand.
Yeah, these are the mosses. So I think we only have time to deal with these two, mosses and we're gonna be looking at mosses and algae. Yeah, algae. But by the way, mosses and algae are not technically gymnosperms, because for you to be a gymnosperm, you have to also be seed bearing. But the mosses and the algae, they don't even have seeds. They don't even, some of them, especially the algae, they don't have well-formed stems or leaves or roots. So they don't fall into the gymnosperm category. They are part of non-flowering, but not every non-flowering is a gymnosperm. Because in order for you to be a gymnosperm, you have to have proper roots, have proper stems, have proper leaves and stuff like that. And you must grow into a larger tree. But these are non-flowering, but not gymnosperms yet. We're gonna get the gymnosperms next week. Okay, so let's go ahead and do it. So let's start off with algae. So algae. So we just talked about algae. We know that, let me just put a green on this. For algae, some examples of algae are going to be, by the way, let me just start off with the heading. So one second. So let's start off with this. So we say that flowering plants bear flowers, but non-flowering plants, as the name suggests, do not have flowers. They are known as, there are many plants which do not have flowers, hence they are non-flowering plants. Some of them are displayed below. So we're going to talk about some of them are displayed below. So write this down for me, please. So we'll start off with the algae. Okay, so algae, some examples are going to be, examples of algae would be green, yellow, and brown seaweeds. We also know that algae, do they have a proper root? Algae, do they have proper root?
No, sir.
No. No, sir.
No, they don't have a
No,
proper.
sir.
Do they have a proper stem?
No, sir.
No.
No.
So
And they don't have a seed either.
yeah, characteristics of algae, we know that they do not have well-formed stems. Write this down for me, please. They do not have well-formed leaves and roots. Kind of rare that, you know, you have a plant and it doesn't have leaves, stems, and roots. It's like, then what is it? It's a floating plant. That's what it is. It lives, so how does it live if it doesn't have a stem, roof,
Around
stem,
on rocks,
stem,
on
leaves?
in water.
So they live attached to rocks, right? Attached to rocks. Or floating
Floating objects.
by a what? Body of water.
Excuse me, Mr. T. I have a question.
Hmm?
Can they like also grow on steel like inside the water or something?
They could go around off them. Next, we have mosses. Mosses. So mosses. This is the second one. So the first one is algae. The second one is the mosses. So let's first start off with examples of a moss. So examples of mosses. I could say, let's just do one example then. An example of a moss is hairy cap moss. Y'all know how that look? The hairy cat moss.
Never heard of that. I only heard of moss.
No, sir.
No? Let me show y'all that image then. I'm gonna share my screen online so I can show y'all images of it. hairy cat moss. So looks like, let me just stop sharing so I could show you all that. These are, it's an example of it. So these ones, they are, at least they better than the than the algae that just floating around or nothing. These ones, they do have simple leaf-like structures. All right, this is another one, the hairy cat moths.
I saw this before.
You did?
I
Yeah.
saw it too
You saw it as well?
in my backyard.
In your backyard, okay. All right, next. Let me just share
Mr.
my...
Vijay,
Go ahead.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
How do algae survive if they ain't got proper stems and leaves and all that?
Remember, they still could do photosynthesis, you know, and they still could carry it. They still are living things, so they still carry out those processes that they have, so they still could live.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That's no problem. It's kind of like also, that's because something is small, that doesn't mean that it can't live, you know, because we're talking about some of the smallest stuff that ever live. A cell is small, but how does a cell live? A cell still,
Atoms.
a cell still, you know, respirates, excretes. Just a cell, as small as a cell is. Even bacteria is also small, but how does it live? Because it's, you know, it's small, but it's still living. Okay, so mosses have simple leaf structures. They have simple leaf structures or leaf-like structures.
Mr. Patrick, after mosses, you have an of example.
An example, thank you, of a moss. So have simple leaf-like structures. They are found in damp places. And that's where they like to be. And they reproduce by spores. They reproduce by spores. That is your mosses and your algae. Next, you have
Mr. Petit, I think mushrooms do that as well.
What else?
I think mushrooms reproduce by spores as well.
Yeah, fungi. Yeah, they do. And then we have I think we could do these too. I think we could do liverworts and ferns. I think we could do them. So liverworts, these are also, it's gonna be a third one. Liverworts. But these ones, these are all non-flowering plants. That's why you're probably not familiar with them, because, you know, not to say that no one cares about them, but it's like, you know, they're not as common as, say, or noticeable or talked about as the other ones, because people like the flowering ones more. And for obvious reasons, right?
Me personally like moss, so.
You like moss? Really?
I
Why?
never appreciated flowers like that.
Oh, okay, all right. And then I guess the flowers make it look noticeable, attractive, stuff like that. All right, liverworts have simple leaf-like structures. I can show you all a picture of it. Also, they are found in down places as well. Found in damp places. And they also reproduce by spores as well.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit, some mosses are edible.
Really?
Yes, the sea moss, otherwise known as the Irish moss.
Oh yeah, I mean, depends on how you do it.
Yeah, boil it first.
Yeah. Some people even use that for like medicine, right?
No, sir, it's actually a drink in my country.
Oh, a
Here,
drink.
People use it for
store.
breathing.
People don't use that
think.
for medicine? Like,
No, it's kind of like the peanut punch. They sell it in the food store in a can.
okay. Okay. And then you have the ferns. Ferns are, by the time you get to the ferns, you're looking at more mature plants. So example would be the common bracket fern. Common bracket fern. Characteristics are the following. I think y'all can see that. So let me move this. Would be they have proper roots and stems. I'm gonna show you a picture of a fern so you could see it.
I wasn't gonna finish with algae because I had to start over.
You wasn't finished with algae?
No, I was almost finished. I was on the last step.
I wasn't finished either.
That wasn't finished with algae? Okay, I thought I was finished. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Have
I have movies.
okay, yeah, y'all should at least be finished with this part.
Yep. Do not have well formed stems.
Okay, so ferns, they have proper roots and stems. They have leaf-like structures. They found mainly in damp places. And then they reproduce by spores. Now you might be wondering, why all these ones? Why all of them reproduce by spores? Like, is there another way to reproduce? Well,
Because they ain't have nothing
they're
pollen.
not seed bearing, right? Like the gymnosperms. When we get to the gymnosperms and angiosperms, they are seed bearing. They have seeds, right? I'm sorry. When we get to the gymnosperms, sorry, that's when we could talk about the seed bearing. They reproduce by seed bearing cones. But these ones, they reproduce by spores, kind of like the fungi. They reproduce by spores. But then gymnosperms, they reproduce by seed-bearing cones. And then for the flowering plants, obviously they produce seed-bearing flowers for reproduction. So the flowers help them to, reproduce. Okay, but for these ones, these are the more simple types of plants. The algae, the moss, the liverworts, the ferns, they reproduce by spores. All right. So I want to show you all the pictures of them before we go. So bear with me. I just want to show you all the pictures of them, of the liverwort and the fern. So give me one moment. The liverwort and the fern. So fern. Okay, so this right here is the liverwort. As you can see, still not really much developed. Have a simple leaf structure, but not really developed. They found in damp places, they reproduce by spores. So it's not really developed. The ferns, that's when it starts to become more developed, right? Anyone ever saw the ferns before?
Yes.
Very pretty.
Yes,
Very
they have on the back of them. They have
Yes,
little
sir.
black
It
things.
looks
Say it again.
does look nice.
On the underside of them, they have some little black stuff.
Okay, it does really look nice. It does really look attractive.
How you get black? They white. Like
And
they have
so,
all.
To eat one.
and so, where's Sean? Oh, Sean. I didn't unmute Sean. Okay, sorry about that, Sean. Sean, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, are you writing this down? What I
Yes,
had
sir.
on the screen? Okay, good. Okay, so that's the ferns and the liverworts.
I was not finished writing the rest.
Yeah, let me go back to the notes for those people who weren't finished. Liverwort. Okay. So what did we say? We say that, oh, did I finish this? Okay, good. We said that the ferns, they have proper roots and stems. They have leaf-like structures. They found mainly in damp places, and they reproduce by spores. They are, more developed ones. Where's Sean? Sean, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Where can we find algae? Where do they live? Attached to what?
They live attached to like rocks, stones,
Rocks
like
and
roots,
floating
leaves.
bodies of water.
This is Sean. Go ahead, Sean. Where do we find the algae?
Rocks are like floating bodies of water.
Very good. Rocks are floating bodies of water. Sharice and Sharon, are you writing this down? Sharice and Sharon, are you writing this down? Let me know, please. Sharice and Sharon. Sharice and Sharon Gator, can y'all hear me? Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
Are you writing this down?
I finished writing.
Okay. Where is Rayshawn Cartwright? Rayshawn Cartwright, are you there? Rayshawn Cartwright, can you hear me? Dwayne Henry, are you writing this down, Dwayne?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
And Liliana, are you writing this down?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's good. And
Mr. Petit, I'm finished.
okay, good. If you're finished with with the notes, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, if you're finished with the notes, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Where's Megan?
I did.
Megan Penniman, where's Megan? Megan Penniman, are you there? Where's Megan?
Excuse me,
Megan?
Mr. Petit.
Okay.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Yes, no problem.
Sorry. I finished writing the notes and I sent them to you.
Who's that speaking?
Ethan Bain.
Ethan Bain, okay.
Mr. Petit, I finished writing.
All right. All right, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. If you're finished doing that, then you can leave.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night, good night, good night.
Good night.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Almost finished on an example, common break-in for and on D.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night.
Mr. Petit,
Yes, ma'am.
class over.
Yes, you're finished. We're over. We're finished.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night.
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 Good night.
Good night.
I'm the last one. I almost finished.
Almost finished. Okay, good.
See you tomorrow by God's grace, Mr. Petty.
Bye, Mr. Petit.
Alright, no
See you
problem.
tomorrow.
Good night,
All
Mr.
right.
Petit.
Have a good day.
Okay.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good night.
Thanks. Thanks. Example.
Mr. Fatigues, could you go to the notes before this, please? I'm finished with this one, but I have to go with that one back.
What notes? Which one?
Health science. I just had a little bit leave.
Health science. Health science.
Bro.
Oh. We did digestive system, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm on chemical.
I'm not finished yet. I'm on the last one.
And the last one? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, one moment.
Yeah.
Alara, once she's finished, then I can send it to your to the other one.
Okay.
And Alara, it's either yes or no, sir.
Oh, yes, sir.
On STEM. Have least like